Hi Floss2 friends, it's Liliana. Welcome to my playlist, Stitch Life Diaries, entry 18. Today is August 28th and it's late afternoon. I have my Patriotic piece here, which is a pretty new whip. I started it May 31st of this year, 2025, just about 3 months ago. I was going to bring it back out on Labor Day, but I thought if I bring it out now, I might want to work on it up through Labor Day, which will be here in just 4 days. This is 14 count Aida fabric. Its design is 184 stitches by 200 stitches, which is a pretty good size design. It may look like I'm getting close to finishing it, and I would say I definitely am more than 50% done. There is still a lot of stitching to do. Counting the squares that I have yet to stitch up, there are roughly 56 squares, so times that by 100, we're talking around 5,600 stitches to go. And I think it's safe to say it won't be done this year. I would have to monogamously stitch on it to totally finish it, this year, but I honestly don't think that's going to happen. I am seeing so many fall stitching by other floss tubers. Even Halloween stitching is rising up, and I'm getting very excited. I'm getting also excited for the Just Cross Stitch Autumn magazine to reach my mailbox. It cannot get here soon enough, so looking forward to looking at that magazine when it gets here. Okay, so what part will I be stitching on tonight? So here's the photo of what it will look like completed. As you can see, I got done quite a bit. I'm like around here. This part here is this part right here, just below the eagle's feet. And so I think I'm just gonna go this way, see how many stitches I can fill up here. And yeah. Can you believe that? That's a lot of stitching still to go. 5,600, about, give or take. Okay, so I will get to it tonight, and I'll be back and show you what I did get done. Today is Friday evening, August 29th, and it's been dark outside for about an hour or so. I'm hoping it's not too dark to film. Looking through the camera here, it doesn't look like it is. It looks nice, clear, and bright. I do have my overhead light, so I think it's working out good. I don't have to wait now to film the next morning. I could, if it's not too late at night, I could go ahead and film at night. Now I know I can do that. Anyway, it is 8:30 at night. Night is still young. I have been working on this for the past hour, and I'm ready to start something new. But here is my progress. As you can see, I did stitch what I was hoping to stitch, which was this part here, and I did a little bit here as well, just to use up the thread that I had on my needle, but I just focused mainly here. And yeah, so it's been 2 stitching sessions last night, and like I said, an hour this night. And, you know, I thought I was going to work on it perhaps through up to Labor Day and through Labor Day, because I recall, you know, I had a lot of fun working on this the last time I had picked it up, and I don't know why I don't feel the same this time around. But I mean, I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy it. I just got tired sooner than I thought I would. I'm like ready to put it down and pick something else up. So that is what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to bring this back out on Labor Day. Maybe I will. It all depends on how I'm feeling. So I am going to choose something else to work on now. Okay, so I pulled out Butterflies Flying, and this is by Joy Sunday. And it's an easy stitch, which is something that I like to have once in a while, that I can grab and stitch on. It's pretty easy. So that's what I'm going to be working on tonight, and then I'll show you my progress. Today is August 31st, a Sunday morning. I hope you guys enjoyed that monarch butterfly clip I inserted. Here's a coincidence that happened to me on the day of her visit. So it was early in the morning, and I was out tending to my garden and thinking I should go pay a visit to a park that's near me, because they have a section of the garden that caters to butterflies, and one of those butterflies is a monarch. And monarchs don't come through my garden very often. Some years they don't visit at all. And since I hadn't been to that park in about a year, I recall last year they had an abundance of the milkweed host plant. So I was actually thinking of going to that park to see if I could find any caterpillars or monarchs flying around. Here I was thinking about going over to the park, and who comes flying by around my milkweed plants in my garden? The monarch, a female. Coincidences like this don't happen to me very often, but when they do, it never ceases to amaze me. Okay, let's talk stitching. This is what I stitched for 2 sessions. This is called Butterflies Flying. It's charted by Joy Sunday. It's roughly 22 by 7 inches. It's on 14 count Aida. It has 23 colors of DMC floss. And I started this one, my first start date was July 16th. So here is what I stitched for the past 2 sessions. I filled out the wings, and what is left to do now is just the back stitching, and I do believe I'll leave that for later. I didn't do her antennas because I need to do surrounding stitches first, so I'm going to leave that for next time, but I'm really happy with it. I think the colors are beautiful, and yeah, so let's see what's next on my list. So here's an update on my diamond painting owl. I think he's coming out fabulous. He looks so pretty. Is there a shadow on here? Yeah. So as you can see, there's still a lot of numbers that are yet to be done. And I'm having so much fun. So I did the rhinestones here. I mean, look at how pretty these stones are. When I was looking for kits, there aren't that many that have this type of stone. There's the other type of stone, which is, if I get a picture of it, I'll see if I can find one on the internet, and I'll post it here on the screen. So as you see in this photo, that stone is just, I don't know, it's not as appealing to me as these clear glass-like stones. I just like them better. And I can't find as many kits like this one, but anyway, maybe I should just try a kit with the other stones and see if I like it, because you never know until you try. I grabbed this whip out of my work in progress basket. It's called A New Beginning. I started this on February 2024, and last time I worked on it was towards the end of April 2025. I picked this one up not because I feel like stitching on it, because honestly I don't, but because I love the design and I would like to have it finished someday. In the past, when I've grabbed a whip that I didn't necessarily feel excited to be working on again, I have noticed that the beginning is usually like the hardest part for me. But once I've been stitching on it for 25-40 minutes or so, I find that I start to really enjoy it again. Doesn't always happen, but it does happen more often than not. So let's see if that's the case with this one. Hopefully it will be. I see that I need, looking at the chart, I need more back stitching here on the buffalo. So I did some here, but I need the rest of his body. This corner here is not the end of the bottom. The bottom is actually 12 more rows down. So I think my goal is going to be this right here. Get to the bottom row and then stop here. That's my goal. It is block stitching, so that's not going to be too bad. And I do have, there are some fractional stitches to be done. There's a rock that goes here and another rock here, small little rock there. So there are fractional stitches around the rocks, but there's only like 10. Yes, I counted how many fractional stitches I'll be stitching up in this section. So I think it's doable, and let's see if I can meet this goal, and I'll be back soon to show you my progress. Hi everyone, I'm back. I just finished reaching my goal. Today is Tuesday, September 2nd. So early this morning, like 4:45 a.m., I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I could not go back to sleep because I'm excited to clean out 2 of my garden beds that now have no more corn cobs left because I harvested all of them yesterday evening after the sun went down. So I had that on my mind. It was dark then, so I had to wait for the sun to rise and go out there before the day heats up. The high today is going to be 86 degrees, and that's hot. That's still too hot for me. Okay, so here's my progress on a new beginning. Like I said, I reached my goal, took 3 stitching sessions, and this was what I wanted to get done, and I did. So like I said, there were some fractional stitches that I had to do. I'm glad that's over and done with. The African, let's see, look at this one. The African buffalo is even further away. He looks very impressive with his big horns and his mouth is open. I think that's cute. It would have been so cool if the male lion's mouth was like yawning so we could see those sharp teeth. I would change that if I could design that in, but no, I'm not a designer, so that's not going to happen. But I think it would look so cool if his mouth was wide open. See those sharp teeth. I'm setting this one aside and I'm going to pick up where I left off on my, I'll show you what I'm picking back up is my Dreamweaver Witch, and here's a full photo of it. So what's my goal for this one? I probably will aim to get to the witch's face profile here and stitch down to her bosom, down to here. Since there is all this negative space here, I think I can do it tonight. I think I can reach to this part here. But I'll leave that for the next entry, and I hope to see you there in a few days. Thank you so much for watching, and happy stitching.